In a world where the saying "money makes the world go round" is dominant, it is yet not common to talk about money. And more importantly, to learn about personal finance at a young age to be able to handle one's future. 15% of German youth up to the age of 18 are buried in debt through their mobile phone contracts. 25% of the young people in Switzerland and 20% of those in the USA are indebted. 15% of Germans do not know how to secure their finances for their old age. These figures cry out loud about the misery in front of our eyes, not globally, but locally. It is time to say no to the ignorance in financial and consumer literacy. It is time to say no to the lack of financial knowledge, especially among our youth. It is time to say no to the ignorance when dealing with personal finance and when estimating our own purchasing power. Therefore, it is time to say yes to an awareness that rings bells when talking, spending, investing and earning money.
Our focus was really to do one of the education initiatives, as education we believe is key, and we wanted to do a really focused initiative, so we are going to focus on the German-speaking Europe in the first quarter.
Identified the issue that financial literacy is really poor and we have to do something about it. And then 5 YGLs met together and said, okay, this is our passion, we want to change something.
Financial literacy is a very important cause and it lies at the root of social welfare. And I think if we start with young people, they really have a chance.
Today is all about you. It's about what you can be and what you have inside of you.
Wir vom Learn Money Team sind der Meinung, dass ihr Schüler bereits in der Schule aufs Leben vorbereitet werden solltet. Ihr solltet lernen, wie man mit Geld umgeht.
Now we have asked you. 75% of you students expressed interest in social business and money and financial matters. 87% of you claim that in school you're only talking little, very little or not at all about money, economy or business. Dear teachers, dear politicians, this is not the way to educate the youth, the next generation for our world. Nearly 60% of you asked to put these topics in the curriculum and teach them in specific lessons. You are interested. You are looking for the right track and you're telling us the lesson. Where is the right track? It's here. Here in the school. Each party can play a very important role. And these are the politicians, by making, for example, economy permanent issue in the curriculum. This is for the teachers who should get excited about it and who should teach it in an exciting way. This is for the students, this is for private institutions who can organize a lot of things, who can organize project weeks in schools, etc. Simply to share the experience and to tell the people how exciting business, social business can be.
Now also today we have someone very special that the Learn Money program has been able to bring here to the Swiss Alpine School, and that is of course Professor Mohammed Yunus. His work is known from around the world and it's really a privilege for us to have him in the same room as us today and being able to learn from you, Professor.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, now it's my turn. I'm from Bangladesh, small country, but a lot of people, 150 million people in that little country. In each square kilometer of the country, more than 1,000 people live. And it's a very poor country. We became independent in 71, and 74 was the time when famine came. And at that time I was teaching in one of the universities in the country. So it's a very nerve-wracking experience to see people dying when you're teaching beautiful things in the classroom. That time I thought, oh, forget about those things that I teach or what I read in the textbooks, what I tell my students in my classroom. Let's be real. Let's go to the people who are suffering and see if there is anything I can do as a person. Social business. Business which is non-loss, non-dividend company, with a social purpose. We created a lot of those companies. One company we created with the water company called Veolia to bring clean water in the villages. Water is a big problem in Bangladesh. We have lots of water, but drinking water is a problem.
The kids in that room don't have a problem with not having shoes. They don't have the problem of not having vitamin A in their yogurts. The drama is, their problem is that 20% have debts because they cannot pay their mobile phones.
Create a social business to solve that problem. This is how the social businesses are created. So this is a task. This is an assignment I leave with you. Within 1 week, come up with ideas how to create a social business so that this debt will not be created. Whatever problems you are having, that problem will be solved. The important thing is this is the beginning, because this is where the mindsets are created. So unless you put it right now, they grow up with the existing way, the rules, as if these are made in the heaven. You can't change those things. The rules, we made it. We almost changed the whole banking system. In the process, I turned it into a bank of my own, rather than just go through the existing banks because they were not very happy with it. And we call it Grameen Bank or Village Bank. Now we have 8 million borrowers in that bank. And 97% of them are women. And they own the bank.
Was passiert bei diesen Mikrokrediten, wenn jetzt jemand diesen Kredit nicht zurückbezahlen kann?
Von was leben dann diese Leute, die für Grameen Banks arbeiten, wenn sie nie einen Profit bekommen?
Setting up your business, did you ever experience any moments where you felt, oh dear, this is not going to work anytime?
Liebe Schüler und Schülerinnen, liebe Lehrer, war das jetzt spannend oder nicht? Bitte nochmal Applaus für die spannende Schulstunde. Social Business ist ja nur ein Aspekt. Professor Yunus hat es uns erklärt. Es gibt auch anderes Business, auch das solltet ihr kennenlernen. Und eine Sache gilt für alle hier im Raum. Wir müssen alle selbst Verantwortung übernehmen für das, was wir tun.
Heuer durften wir bereits zum 2. Mal einen Anlass mit den Young Global Leaders organisieren und durchführen. Ich bin wirklich beeindruckt und ich hoffe sehr, dass wir auch im nächsten Jahr wieder eine Gelegenheit haben, einen so tollen und nachhaltigen Anlass wieder bei uns organisieren zu dürfen.